Today, I would like to comment on the debate between Sean Carroll and Eric Weinstein, hosted by Piers Morgan. So the summary is that Eric Weinstein accused the scientific establishment of being conformative, dogmatic, following Wheaton like a sheep, and being hostile towards any dissenting views. Well, overall, approximately what he said. You could watch the whole interview yourself. And Sean Carroll countered it with his arguments, pointing out that physicists are not like sheep and they don't follow Wheaton because of his authority, but rather because they are attracted to his ideas, because these ideas seem promising. And if they ever encounter better idea, they would switch. And I think that's very fair. So overall, I agree with Sean Carroll. But that doesn't mean that there is no problem with the Physics Fight Club. Eric just wasn't able to describe it accurately enough. The problem is more subtle than he was trying to make it look like. I will try to explain it. Think about it like this. So we have Congress giving money to NSF and any general grant committees, which then will redistribute grants towards other all areas of academia, right? To all of the researchers. Now, who is more likely to get a grant? Well, unsurprisingly, a well-established researchers in the field, which is completely fair, right? It's a taxpayers' money. Are you gonna gamble with it? You're not gonna give it to some crackpots, right? So yeah, well-established researchers in the field will be getting those grants. I mean, at least predominantly. What does it mean? This means these people who actually, indeed, in general, tend to generate pretty good ideas. I call them the trendsetters. They will have always enough money to work on them. That means they will have enough resources to hire postdocs and students, and still their ideas are attractive enough within this existing paradigm. They locally look really good. So again, they will have all the opportunities to move the ideas forward, to make progress on them. And like Sean Carroll said, progress is what attracts other researchers, that attract attention of other researchers. Oh, you proved that some anomaly is getting cancelled. Or you proved that some divergences are cancelled. Okay, so now we are talking, right? So other researchers will start working it as well. And now this gives signals to people in the grant committee. Oh, okay, we did the right thing. You see, we give the money to these researchers. He made some progress. It attracts attention of other researchers. It's all going very well. So they give more money to them. And at some point, yeah, we need to remember that people on the grant committees, they just also themselves select from this top researchers. So as time goes by, they're getting rotated, and eventually some people working in this field make their way to the grant committees, and now they're already giving money to themselves, so to say, to their own scientific research, right? So essentially, the system has establishment reinforcing mechanism built into it. What does it mean? So imagine if you are a researcher who don't want to work within this whole broad, mainstream establishment. you had your own idea, which is like radically different. First of all, are you more likely to be on top or on the bottom of the system? Probably you're not on top, because people on top are the one who's working in the same paradigm for the whole life, right? And they're already older. It's hard for them to come up with something completely new. That in principle could happen. Most likely you're somewhere in the bottom. You're probably student or postdoc. This means you have know your own resources. You have to secure funding from somewhere else. But again, most of the people who hire, they are not interested in your idea, right? So they will agree to hire you to work on their research. This means your idea will not get, funding. You will not be able to hire your own students to work on it and make some progress on it. And without progress, there is no attention, and nobody will really care about it. Usually what happens, even this young researcher himself kind of will push it away and forget about it because it just stands in the way of his own career path. He can't work on it without damaging his future, right? His future prospects. So nobody even noticing this missed opportunities. That's, by the way, what we always see in the pro-big government arguments. They just not noticing the missed opportunities. They throw taxpayers' money on some projects, but they forget that this money was taken from somewhere else. That's in some sense what's happening here. I would like to show you the recent interview with Gerard Hooft, who is a Nobel Prize winner, and now he's a Breakthrough Prize winner as well. He's been asked why we haven't seen any fundamental progress in his field for years. And here he's talking about some technical details. However, he says that I would like to advise a new generation of scientists, don't worry about that, because the real reason there is nothing new coming is that everybody is thinking the same way. I'm puzzled and disappointed about this problem. Many people continue to think the same way. And the way people now try to introduce new theories doesn't seem to work as well. We have lots of new theories about quantum gravity, about statistical physics, universe and cosmology, but they are not really new in the basic structure. Yeah, you see, indeed, people produce this kind of new ideas within this framework, where they still could, make a compromise between the idea and the career. People don't seem to want to make the new daring, to make the daring new steps that I think are really necessary. Okay, talking about archive. In an archive, you see thousands of papers coming every year, and none of them really has this great, bright, new, fine kind of insight that changes things. There are insights, of course, but not the ones that are needed to make a basic new breakthrough in our field. I think we have to start thinking in a different way. And I have always had the attitude that I was thinking in a different way. Particularly in the 1970s, there was a very efficient way of making further progress. Think differently than your friends, and then you find something new. Okay. He's talking about now he's getting older, couldn't do it anymore. And finally said, and to my mind, people think in ways that are not novel enough. So yes, that's what this system does. It discourages new thinking, discourages independent thinking, and it makes everyone work within the same paradigm. And again, not by force. It's wrong to think, as Eric said, oh, they're just hostile to outsiders and they're very defensive, protective of the establishment. No, it's just like, you will not get a job, right? It's not really evil, it's just that's how the system works. It's more like theoretical physics for the victim of this statist system, where the funding source is getting more and more monopolized in the hands of the government. I think that's probably the core issue. The academia is essentially planned economy, central planned economy, which has never worked for anything. They haven't never produced anything good, at least in compared to the free market. So I think the government funding of academia should be completely abolished, and free market principle need to be restored in all aspects of our life and in science in particular. Yeah, I hope I'll get the idea.